So this video is going to be for my college class of how exercise affects the body. I first started with resting and took my heartbeat and my breath rate. And then I did the jogging as you saw earlier and the push-ups as you saw earlier. I'm not going to say how long that lasted, but I did go until I couldn't do it anymore. And so now here are my results. So at rest, my heart rate was 54 beats per minute, and it was nice listening to the birds chirp out the window, and then I heard the off and on of the heater going, and all I could think of was, oh my God, that's more money. But the birds were nice. I did notice that while I was breathing, I wasn't taking full deep belly breaths, that it was more centered just in the upper chest and not really a full lung capacity. I kept on noticing that my concentration for relaxing was drifting away, going, oh, I gotta clean this, and I gotta do this, and I gotta do this before I go to work, and then I gotta get this test done, and every time I thought those, I'd have to bring back in a meditation practice of, okay, I let myself think that, now stop going, stop with the continuous track, and go back to listening to the birds, go back to just relaxing and mellowing. Let's see what else. So after I jogged, and during my relaxation, there wasn't really any muscle contractions because I was at rest, but I did notice that I tend to keep tense up in my shoulders and up in my neck. It's part of my upper cross syndrome that I have, that I've been trying to improve. So after my jog, I noticed that my heart was not pounding, but definitely beating faster, as it was well within my physical tolerations. I had to breathe out my nose breathing out of my nose became less efficient and started to breathe in and out of my mouth. I found a rhythm that would allow the needed oxygen. I noticed I was keeping my shoulders tensed up to my ears again while I was jogging, so I had to relax them down, and that helped with my breathing in my ribcage. Let's see. I also noticed my calves were staying tensed up during the jog because every time I placed a foot down, I would stay up on my tippy toes. This usually doesn't happen to me when I'm running on the treadmill because I have longer stride. Let's see. My breath rate after my jogging was 24 breaths per minute, and my heart rate was 108 beats per minute. So not bad. I could have went more, but it was just 3 minutes. During my push-ups, however, I did fatigue before the 3-minute time. My heart rate went up to 110, which was slightly higher than when I jogged. I think this is because of my individual training. I do incline sprints and recovers on a treadmill, and let's see, I rarely include the basic upper body exercise such as the push-ups and the basic body weights, which I should probably add to my routine, because you could add them anytime, anywhere during your day. Let's see. But even after I fatigued with the push-ups, I gave my body a little extra recovery time, and I tried to push up again, and it wasn't happening. I was able to hold a plank, but I wasn't able to form a push-up in correct form. Chronic means a repeated stimuli or situation over time. Adaptation means an adjustment to the stimuli or an environment. There are several chronic adaptations that occur with exercise over time. The cardiorespiratory system also improves, so you are no longer huffing and puffing when you climb up a flight of stairs. It takes around 6 to 12 weeks for this to happen. There are a lot of infomercials that'll claim that the new improved science-based workout only takes 6 weeks to get results. Well, most things with a regular routine only takes 6 weeks. So those advertisements are just trying to get your money, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But for a regular program, any program is 6 to 12 weeks, depending on your body type, your genes, how you eat, and how you train. Your lungs and heart do not grow bigger, as some people, some newbies may think, but they become more efficient. Your stroke volume, which is the amount of blood the heart sends with one pump, becomes better. It improves, which also makes a slower resting heart rate. Most athletes have a lower resting heartbeat, as low as 55 to 60 beats per minute. The average is 60 to 70. Let's see, the arteries and veins become more elastic and can span and allow a larger blood to flow. It's kind of like a rubber band, that when a rubber band is sitting and you're not using it or whatever, just sitting there for over a period of time, and you pick it up to use it, it's going to snap. It's going to break. So when we're working out and the blood's flowing, the veins and arteries are dilating, letting all that volume of blood go through. But when we're not, it goes back to normal. But when we stay at normal for a very long time, it's going to start causing some health issues. The muscles grow and become stronger over time. This is another adaptation. You can run further and faster. You can carry a bag of dog food without needing someone else to do it. This does not happen without the body challenging the body for it to meet new demands. When muscle myofilaments are stressed, myoblast cells fuse together to form new fibers that repair micro tears, making them increase in volume to withstand further stressing. So basically, this is just building muscle when you're stressing that muscle. When a routine becomes easy, more weight, speed, repetitions, angle sets, volumes, adjustments need to be made to keep on stressing the body. Otherwise, you're going to hit a plateau. Along with muscle growth and endurance, on the micro level, this allows for an effective use of ATP and ATP CP. This means you have more energy faster for activity. Your recovery time also improves. Another adaptation, you become less clumsy. If you miss a step going downstairs, you're able to catch yourself without much injury. This is also known as motor learning. We see this in children as they learn to play sports, but it's a positive impact. The positive impact does not stop there. In some studies, it is shown that older adults with a higher physical activity seems to boost internal motor learning and enhance thinking processing. This will help grandparents, great-grandparents, your parents, even you, to be more independent for a longer time of your life. Regular activity helps build strong bone mass, maintain healthy joints, increase meaningful social relationships, decrease risk of osteoporosis and cardiovascular disease, improves mental health, lessens stress sensors, and obesity. Physical activity is the magic pill that society has always been looking for. But we have to get up and do it. There's so many benefits for just 30 minutes or more throughout the day of regular kind of movement and challenging the body. We are meant to move. We are not meant to stay still. We change and we adapt to situations. When our bodies are, it's when our bodies are filled with processed foods, chemical man-made foods that we fill ourselves with. That's when we get tired. That's when we get sluggish. That's when we get health issues that pharmaceutical companies and everyone else just thrives on. So that's what they're hoping for, that we stay sitting down, we don't move throughout the day, we eat crappy food, and then they give us tons and tons of pills and tons of stuff to help counteract the negative effects that we're doing to our body because we won't move. So even if you can't run 3 miles or do 3 minutes worth of push-ups, if you can't buy fresh fruits and vegetables on a regular basis, you can still do something. Have a garden. Try to have a garden. You can opt for frozen produce instead of no produce. There's always some way to do something. Can't do push-ups? Fine. Do wall push-ups. Can't walk around the block? Walk around your house. And there's all kinds of little active movements that you can do throughout the day to improve these issues.